videos of that so you can see these. Looks like Amber Heard and Cara Delevingne. We think it's Cara Delevingne, and it looks like they are about to embrace. And then boom, here comes the kiss. And I will tell you guys, I'm about to show you this video, and the video is way more steamy and way more crazy. And I'm gonna go into as many details as I can. And of course, if you guys want, go check out Popcorn Planet. They don't need any help from me promoting them. They are doing just fine, but they do wonderful work, and they are the ones that broke the story. So let's go ahead and let's go into this. I'm gonna play this from Popcorn Planet. So here we go. And they just keep playing the video on loop. I was trying to find it somewhere else and I couldn't, so I'm sure they won't mind though. Okay, so here we see, look, there they are. There they go. Look at that. And then we're gonna keep going and keep going and keep going right into the elevator until it closes. Now let's go over some details of this video because this is where it's really interesting. First of all, Amber Heard, you can see, has a bunch of luggage. So not really sure what that's about. Looks like she's gonna leave, turns around, and then it looks like, okay, we're gonna embrace or something, right? So from here, what happens is, you see it here, they go in for a kiss, right? And then watch what happens. They're walking backwards, and it's like Cara aggressively backs her, you see it? Backs her in. So look at this. Aggressively backs her in from the elevator into like a wall. Now here's what I want you to understand. This elevator that they're in, this elevator wasn't going to like their penthouse or anything. This was going into just an open area in public, guys. What does that mean then? So that means, and you can see it again here, so check it out, look. So they're about to leave or something, and then here this comes, and she backs her up into the wall, like she's pinning her against the wall. Now, here's what I want you guys to think about when it comes to this video. Now, Andy had said he couldn't find a timestamp, but it looks like this is during the time where she was still with Johnny Depp, so 2015, 2016. So Amber has the nerve, with everything that she's done and everything that's happened, to be in the place owned by Johnny, and is openly, they are out in a public area making out in the building that Johnny Depp owns. I can't, like, so she's cheated on him with 3 different people, allegedly. These are all allegedlys, right? We've cheated with 3 different people, and just publicly out in all of Johnny. We were cheating on Johnny in Johnny's building using Johnny's things. You're using Johnny's money to cheat on Johnny. But poor Amber? And this is what the media wants us to believe, guys? It's like, I just feel like we're all being gaslit. Isn't that feel that? I feel like we're all in an A word, like a bus-er. I'm gonna bust in an right? If somebody's not physically, mentally, emotionally, sometimes intimately nice to you. I feel like we're in an A-word relationship with the media constantly lying to us like we're stupid. And it's just, it's so mean to do. Johnny's, we don't have any evidence of him cheating at all. And Johnny seems like such a kind, sensitive soul. Now, granted, they were probably A-word to each other, is what it sounds like and what it looks like. But at least Johnny will own up. And Johnny's not using other people's money to go cheat and be awful. I feel like it's just another thing that just destroys and adds to her lack of credibility. Because at the end of the day, we can argue everything, right? And we have all looked at the facts. We've seen the facts of her lying. We've seen all these facts of these things. But then we see her just do these awful, consistent behaviors. And I'm sorry, I feel like nobody deserves to be cheated on. And let me explain what I mean by that. Now, it's one thing if maybe you're stuck in an A-word situation, right? And then you're trying to get out or things happen. Like, I understand there's extenuating circumstances to everything, right? But as long as you're in a healthy-ish relationship, you communicate with each other. If things aren't working enough to where you want to be with somebody else, then respectfully communicate. And I don't understand it. Why do people have such a hard time with that? I don't get it. Just open your mouth and talk and say how you feel. I think it's because it takes bravery, and some people, you know what, but if she did that, maybe she'd lose Johnny's money and she wants to keep using him, and that's why. Why? Why would you cheat on him? Why would you not go talk to him and say, let's have an open relationship or let's break up? Because you want to keep using him while getting what you want at his expense, which is gross. And I'm going through similar situations right now that I'm letting go of in my life. Let me know if have you guys gone through something like this? Sound off in the comments if you have, or you're going through something like I'm going through right now. Now, the other thing is, I'm sure if Amber's people say anything about this, if they do even bring it up, it's going to be under the guise of, well, this is when they were broken up, or she was under trauma. Let me tell you something. In all the A-word relationships that I've had, I've never cheated on trauma. I'm not saying it can't happen. And look, I'm a different person. I'm, on the A, intimacy. I don't even know how you say that when it comes to the L, the G's, the B's, the T's, the Q's. I'm in that spectrum in the sense of the A, intimacy word, right? Where I'm one of those people that doesn't exist for me unless I really like somebody. If I really like you, I'm all for it with that one person. But I almost never like people. I'm just never attracted to people. It just rarely happens. And I can find somebody beautiful, right? But I'm not attracted to you. But so maybe everybody, I don't want to judge. Maybe some people handle it differently. Maybe for some people, when it comes to trauma, they deal with it through intimacy. I don't know. That's not me. In fact, for me, probably one of the reasons I'm on that spectrum is because I've had so much A-word stuff happen in my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, intimately. I'm very, very shut down. So I really have to like you. But for me to feel attraction or to build that, I have to have trust. And I don't trust anybody. And I have no reason to. People in my life are, not all the time, but a lot of people have been shady and awful. And I'm sure they have to you too. But I just feel like this is going to be spun as to poor Amber was under trauma. Okay, but you don't get to be an a-hole because you're in trauma. Now, I can understand reactive A-word. That's a bit different. But you are away from him and you are not there reacting to what the person is doing. This is just you doing what you want. I don't know. What do you think? Am I off base? Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to vent for just a second. Y'all want to have story time of joy for a second? I'm not going to give you a big story, and I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to diverge any personal details or anything, and y'all wouldn't know who I'm talking about. But I'm in a situation. I have a video recently I put up where I alluded a little bit to this. I've got to let somebody go that I really cared about and I really, really liked. And I'm in the process of doing that. And I'm doing really well with it, and I'm really, really happy. And I had to speak to this person recently. Okay, to the men's that watch. My men's. Hi, boys. I love you like my Berlins and my Nevins. Hi, y'all. I love you guys so much, and I get so excited when I see y'all in the comments. This is not aimed at you when I say men. Understand that. And understand if you're watching me, you are probably not who I'm talking about. And in fact, you are probably a good guy that doesn't like the turds that are men, right? So understand I'm talking about turds, not the wonderful people that watch me. So, and actually, to the men who watch me, please comment and give me some advice on this. I want to know, I've had this happen with so many men in my life, okay? And I'm saying men because it has been men. Why is it that men who who will do really mean things or screw things up in a really massive way, why is it those same men who don't want to admit what they've done wrong and don't want to apologize or fix it like to get very arrogant and mansplain? Do you know how many times I've had this happen? Or this is another one men do to me all the time. Men like to come at me and try to mansplain something that I'm an expert at, that I know they don't know what they're talking about. And they like to come at me and they have this really strong confidence about it. And they show me they don't know what they're talking about. Men, I know that you guys know men like this. Why do they do that? It's really annoying, and I just laugh. This one person that I'm letting go of, oh my gosh, steal my heart, and I love him to death. This beautiful, dumb boy. When I say dumb, he's very intelligent, but he does things because he's a coward that make him dumb. I'm just like, you're too smart to act this way. Why do men do this? I love men. By the way, women are turds too. A lot of women are turds, so don't get me wrong. I could go off, but I'm just curious. And to the men that watch me, please explain. I would love to hear any of this and all of this. It's like how some men will get very arrogant when they're wrong. And instead of admitting they're wrong or saying they're sorry, they'll double, triple, and quadruple down. Why? Why do y'all do it? I just, the ones that do it, I laugh, and I'm not making fun of them. This is my coping. So one person I'm talking about, they was talking about coping mechanism. This is my coping mechanism with having to deal with people like that because it's so draining. It's so draining. And when people do that, I don't trust them and my nervous system, because I got chronic health issues, my nervous system fires, and I start getting physically sick. That's what happens. Sometimes it's funny. People don't realize this. When you're around somebody and you have that horrible gut feeling sometimes, listen to it. And you know what that can be a lot of times? A lot of times that's your nervous system. Your nervous system is constantly getting signals and picking up energy from people. Now for me, I've got a sick nervous system because I have a sensitive nervous system. Does that make sense? Which also makes me super intuitive, which is why your girl can call things and read things going on and show you guys, right? But like being around that energy and this person that I really, really love that I'm letting go of, it makes me physically sick because my nervous system starts going crazy and it messes with my gut because your nerves are all in your gut, right? And I'll start getting stomach spasms. There's a word for it, gastroparesis. And when it gets bad enough, it is worse than childbirth. I am not kidding. It is awful. Worst pain I've ever been through in my life was gastroparesis when it got her. I couldn't walk. It was so bad. I'm somebody I have a high threshold for pain because of all the chronic health stuff I've gone through, extremely high. Like for me, unless you don't hear me ever complain about health, when you hear me start complaining I don't feel good, typically that means it's time to go to the hospital. That's how high my threshold is. I was on the ground screaming in pain and I don't do that. I'm not that person. Awful. Anyway, let me know. I'd like to hear what you guys think. And tell me what you guys think about this. And if you're new and you want to just keep giggling with us, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, comment, share the content to win a $100 gift card or be entered to do it. And do it for every video. This is too long and I'm going to get this up as quick as I can. I love you guys so much. You guys don't understand. I'm just so happy to wake up every single day and make these videos. Every single day. And I just feel so insanely blessed to get to come and hang out with you guys and dress up and just have fun. And then I get to go on walks in nature and just enjoy life. And I'm so grateful that you guys have given me this opportunity to do this. So thank you. I love you guys. Take care. Lots of love, lots of blessings. Till the next video, I'm giving everybody hugs. Mwah, kisses. Stay safe. And as always, your girl. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.